This time around, we're going to do our pre-workout on an empty stomach. So I've been fasting all day long, for the most part. And so now this is a mixture of black pepper extract, beta-alanine, L-citrulline, DL malate 2-to-1 ratio, baking soda, the most important ingredient of it all, along with some creatine. And I'm using this as a pre-workout so that I can avoid lactic acid building in my muscle so quickly, because I want to push myself so hard today because I got a short schedule today. So I want to push myself so hard in the gym today that I want to get to that Dorian Yates level of strain, see if I can withstand it. I'm going to use this as a help so that I can get around all that lactic acid. Bottoms up, especially on an empty stomach. Bottoms up for real.
So one thing to keep in mind as we start off with the regular pull-ups, it's not just about powering through, but holding for a solid 4 counts and then going down very slowly with very controlled reps. I'm on the third one here, and I was hoping to feel a whole lot stronger. Now on this fourth rep, we start feeling the strain in a major way. I'm starting to think that, well, was it because I fasted and I took a different supplement and all of that? But what you come to find out is that a lot of times when you don't rest as much as you did regularly, you don't have a time of recovery. And I'm already starting to feel the effects of it. Now, I'm still powering through. I'm still going to failure. Even if I don't topple my typical range of pull-ups, I'm still going to absolute failure even if I've come back a little bit too early. But this is the result of it, absolute failure, even if it's lack of rep. Now we have a different perspective on doing the dips. Now, if you remember, we want to hold the legs up and lean forward with the dip so that it stresses the chest and the triceps a little bit better. That was the first one. Already feeling shaky, already feeling a bit wobbly. That's 2. It's tough to do this position, trying to hold your body as parallel as you can to the ground. And this is a different viewpoint here, because although it may not look all that flattering, I really wanted to show you the mechanics of how it is when you change your perspective on how you do the dips and how much heavier and how much more of a strain it actually is. Holding those legs up and really powering that out. Now, there's one thing that you gotta kind of keep in mind with these kinds of dips, is that you want to hold, establish yourself, and then go down slowly and then push up with as much power as possible. And I've got to come back to this a little bit later, so this has been a tough thing mentally to try to deal with. So now we begin with the curls. I utilize the machines because I don't have a workout partner. And one benefit of the machine is that you simply concentrate on pushing the weight instead of worrying about the technique of balancing the weight and worrying about your posture and lower back swings and all that type of stuff. Now, when you begin to pull it up, be sure you leave the back of your arm or your tricep on the pad as much as possible. That adds with stabilization. It also allows you to concentrate on the actual bicep muscle, which is what you're trying to work in the first place. Struggling to get this up. Once again, this is 200 pounds. This is the entire stack. But you notice towards the end, I'm starting to lose my grip at the bottom of it. Well, please remember, and I'll try to do this better next time, you want to allow for yourself to slowly stretch that muscle all the way out. That's going to give you the best benefit from it, and always slow, always controlled to avoid injuries. So with this extended tricep workout, I've actually seen literature that indicates, leaning on a backrest or a bench that's in the upright position is probably easier and better mechanics. And maybe I'll try that. But right now I'm trying to muscle my way through with this 85-pound dumbbell, trying to keep my elbows forward as much as possible. That's the big thing with this. Keep those elbows forward as much as possible. This is the result of making a mistake. I was actually supposed to do shrugs before doing this, because right now I'm extremely exhausted right after doing the 85-pound dumbbells,
So I wasn't able to do anything but one, barely, maybe two. But I just finished doing the 85-pound dumbbells. So, although I'm frustrated, it seems like I can't get it right and I'm not doing well with this, and I get frustrated and decide I need to get some more reps in with this. So I cut it from 200 down to 110 and started doing some additional reps then very slowly to give myself a few reps. But I didn't realize at the time that I had actually made a mistake with this by not doing the shrugs. I didn't give my triceps an opportunity to recover enough so that I could come back and then give this the good old college try. But once again, you want to make sure you follow the plan as much as possible, because there's small amounts of rest in between one particular exercise versus another to give your body a chance to recoup a little bit of its strength and allow the lactic acid to no longer stay in the same muscles that you're trying to push, so you have an opportunity to actually do your best and to show your real progress. This is a look of frustration on my face, thinking I'm not making it, when actually I was making it. I just put things in the wrong order by accident. And because of that mistake, that makes this effort even harder. Now I'm going back to back to back and with tricep exercises. But even despite all that, and I'm frustrated mentally, I'm literally upset with myself. Look at how many reps I squeezed out. 7 reps. Horizontal, legs up, whole 9 yards, keeping everything stable. So as I reflect on it, actually, I did great, because this is an example of more strength. And now we come to the end of the entire workout. Now, I did this a little differently. I did the bar only for 10 reps, then 1 plate for 10 reps, 2 plates for 10 reps, 3 plates for 10 reps, and then work my way back down. I wanted to get some more reps on my legs because the legs are inefficient, and in order to really make them grow, you have to have reps along with intensity. But in total, I ended up doing 70 reps after it was all said and done. Okay, so I worked out on Monday, skipped Tuesday, Wednesday, this is Thursday. This is the shortest turnaround I've tried on this schedule. I'm obviously going to need to rest more than just 2 days. It takes too much out of me, and today was a short day. And I mean, I'll go back over the numbers, but it feels like I fell short on everything today because I was tired, exhausted, and I'm sweating more than I ever have before. I'll try the same pre-workout stuff to see if it's the pre-workout that's making me tired, but I think ultimately I just needed another day's rest. Now, I also walked about 4 miles earlier today too. And the other times I didn't really do that much walking in between. But when I did do some running, it was like a whole week, so I gave myself more rest. So this wasn't a very big progressive day, but it was a short turnaround. So I'm gonna put 3 days in between it right now. So 2 days is not enough. We're gonna go with 3. But now we know, because it wasn't happening today. It wasn't happening. Colorado experiment, day 6 is in the books with some serious lessons learned, right? I'm a prostate cancer guy. Hang in there.